this time.
Oh, it flipped it?
Yeah.
I'm excited for this whole week. Do you have a water or something?
Yeah, there's water in there.
Dang. You like my YouTube name, Mr. Big Hair?
Yeah. That's pretty much how I knew it was you.
Alright.
It's not even Tuesday.
It's not even Tuesday. Dude, nobody does Cat Shirt Tuesday anymore.
It's because all the cool people that did it are gone.
Yeah, seriously. Anybody who
One of
wears...
the founders.
Yeah. Robin wears a cat shirt. I'm like, no, you're not part of this.
Yeah, that kind of ruined it, actually, when she started fucking wearing them.
Yeah, it was
like, no, you're not part of
no,
this. Like,
this is us.
fucking...
This isn't an us thing. Alright, so... First pre-roll is Meraki.
I'm packing some humble pie.
Oh, I'm so fucking humble. Dude, I'm not seeing where it says the percentage on this shit.
Let me
Oh,
see.
right there.
Oh, yeah, there you go. 27. I think that's what I got. 27.78.
Yeah.
Get roasted today. Not like if we don't get roasted every fucking time.
It's almost like our podcast is basically like a fucking weed review.
Well, fuck, there was one time, like, I try to keep doing more playroom streams, and I know I get, like, more people like to watch that more than my video games. And there was a time I did it without you, so I didn't call it a podcast. It was just, like, Germ Show or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there smoking weed and talking to people, and they were like, dude, you need to do this on Twitch and call it Germ's Weed Corner.
I'd watch it. Dude, I can't keep up with your fucking Daisy.
I'm trying to get it, like, I'm trying to name videos ones that have more of, like, stuff that's going on, because I know a lot of it's me running around and looting.
You're enjoying it, though?
And,
you like it?
God, dude.
'Cause
it's everything I fucking thought it was going to be.
For anybody who doesn't know, this guy has been telling me about DayZ for a couple years. He was like, I can't wait to play it. I'm so excited. But he was waiting for it to come to console.
Like, the shenanigans we get into and shit. Like, one of the more recent funny things that happened was, like, there's this church near the airfield we keep staying the night in.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was getting dark, we're getting wood and shit, and one of my buddies he was getting an itchy trigger finger. He wanted to shoot some shit. I told him there's one window that you can pretty much look out of and people can look in. I told him to shoot the zombies out there. He was capped a few of them, but, because they hear sound and they'll react to that.
They start.
And they were swarming the church, but they were on the wrong side. So then Peels found this megaphone. I'm like, okay, let me help you out. I switch it on and I just start yelling. I'm like, attention, suck my dick, and all this shit. I'm just like cussing through it, doing my best.
Yeah.
Doing what I do best. And fucking a few minutes go by of that, he shoots some people, and then all of a sudden I'm getting messages on PSN, and there's this guy that's like, what happened at the airfield? Turns out, this guy got into a fucking shootout, killed 2 people, and while that started going on, he starts hearing me cussing. Fucking, attention, suck my dick. Fucking cussing in the background, and he thinks I'm nearby because the megaphone made me sound close to him.
Oh, shit. You're like, I don't know what happened.
I was confused at first. I thought it was somebody we'd met earlier in the game, I think the other day or that same day or something. And I was like, oh, were you with this group? And it turned out to be a complete stranger, so he was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, fuck, man. That's such a good game. So Harvest Moon saved the homeland? I did not.
I've never played it. Shiloh left that here years ago.
So if I get a PlayStation 2, you're going to be alright with just...
I can't keep up with my games right now. Like, I got DayZ now. Like, Scott's pissed because I'm neglecting Ark. Yeah. I got the game you let me borrow that I need to start.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no rush on that one. Fucking take your time. I know you're not gonna like destroy it or anything. Oh, your next stream, you're like, here's,
watch me destroy this disc that doesn't belong to me.
Snap. I'm like, actually, that was Nando's.
He's been hitting me up wanting to hang out. Has he been hitting you up?
Not really.
Oh no shit. Yeah, he hit me up. Maybe not even a week ago. Yeah,
I think it's good,
What?
Because I have like Rocky. Like, the only person I really get to hang out with is you.
I have online friends. Otherwise, yeah, you're the only person I hang out with in real life for the most part.
Right.
Actually, Ozzy hit me up the other day and was supposed to have me come over to his house yesterday, but he kind of flaked out on me. They all went mobbing on their skateboards. He asked me if I had a skateboard. I'm like, dude, I'm not.
You're like, I'm fucking 30.
I'm not in high school anymore.
Fucking skateboard. I got a car.
Yeah, seriously, man. Like, I'm past skating.
And it's like the people don't even skate, really. You just see them, like, fucking lazily
probably
going along.
longboards, dude. That's probably all it was.
Do an ollie.
Do an ollie. Kickflip that shit, bro.
Come on.
I'm all old school about it. They're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
Dude, why are you riding Goofy?
Right.
Fucking, I was on Reddit a while back. Goofy made me think of this, and somebody was talking about, like, they're like, oh, they should do a Game of Thrones fucking Kingdom Hearts crossover. I was like, not gonna lie, I'd play the shit out of that. And the next person comments, and they're like, yeah, let Goofy swear. Yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah, I lost my shit. I was like, that's the funniest fucking comment.
Yuck. Oh, man.
Not as good as, still to this day, our fucking miscommunication when my text messages got out of order, and I'm just like, and black people.
Black people? So I saw Wick 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good.
Was it better than Endgame?
No.
Yeah, Endgame was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Endgame, like, that's on Epic.
Yeah.
That's, like, way up there.
10 years in the making. Quick spoilers for all of you who haven't seen it
already.
Thanos wins, all the Avengers die. The next movie is just going to be Thanos chilling at his farm. So, look forward to that. I'd still watch it.
Anything with Thanos in it. He could be playing Freddie Mercury. I'd still watch it.
Fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. It's Thanos playing Freddie Mercury. Like, that's some shit right there.
And just imagine that, him walking around on stage like Freddie Mercury.
Fucking singing.
All flamboyant as fuck, you know?
He's trying to keep rhythm. He's just eliminating people like crazy.
Boom, boom. Oh, he's like, where did I go?
Oh shit! Now I have no fans.
Kills his band.
Yeah. Oh shit! That was my drummer.
He's like constantly snapping people out of existence and then bringing them back. Oh fuck! Whoops! Bring you back.
Oh fuck! I brought back too many people. Whoops! How do you control this fucking thing? That's a little weird. Like, I guess the Stones just know what you want them to do. Like, you just think real hard.
I would guess.
I don't know how it's more people than just.
Is it like?
If I had,
kind of like become one with them.
Yeah.
It's like you are the. Did you see the meme on Facebook of the guy, like, he has like must be a toy or something, because it's like the Infinity Gauntlet, or he made it or something, because he made it so you could just put the McDonald's sauce packets in it, and he has all the like associated colors, so it looks like him. He's like got the one open on the thumb or something, dips a nugget in it. That shit's great, dude. I would totally go into McDonald's rocking that shit.
Yeah. I am inevitable.
My meal is free, or half your nuggets will be destroyed.
You know, they pre-make them too, so that's a lot. I worked at McDonald's as my first
the
job.
chef's like, no!
The chef. The McDonald's chef.
You gotta picture like some Mexican guy that's probably actually wearing a janitor outfit. Like,
yeah. I worked at McDonald's as my first job, and I remember at the time they were doing this promotion for it was during football season, and it was 50 McNuggets for $10.
I remember that.
And one night I was like I ran the
I remember
drive-through,
that.
and I was just hella promoting that just to annoy my kitchen guys. And I must have sold like fucking 1,000 McNuggets. They're like, dude, you need to quit. I'm like, nope, I'm trying to sell us out.
Dude, I remember at Wendy's one time, like when I was still working nights. Uh, it's like the end of the night, you know. It's like that point when like the fucking dude working the grill stops putting new patties on there because probably a good chance nobody's gonna show up that late.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden, like he's about ready to pack him up as chili meat, pretty much, kind of thing. Like they're getting dark, like, and these fucking Mexicans show up and order like a bunch of fucking burgers. And he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not cooking some new ones." And he used those, and they came back. They came back. They were like, "No, man, these patties aren't good.
Sorry, that's it. That's
They
all
were
we
just
have.
like way overcooked." And dude, they had to cook up some new ones.
Yeah, of course.
Those guys were probably coming back from the bar or some shit. You know, they had like the fucking beer munchies and
That's what
fucking
Jack in
served
the
them
Box is
shitty
for.
burgers.
Their munchie menu. Oh God. Do you know that that's like not available all day?
No.
Yeah.
Why?
It's,
Why not?
it's in the evening. We just didn't know because we always went on our lunch.
We were just always there at
Yeah.
a certain.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
I went there on weekends and shit and got.
I
that
went
stuff.
there. I went there the other day to try and get it, and they're like, "Oh, we don't make that yet." And it legit says on their menu, "Does not start until this time." Maybe it depends on maybe it depends on the chef. The fucking gourmet chef in the back, fucking hand baking your buns.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Those burgers, fucking spicy nacho chicken, they're so goddamn good.
So they do still have them then?
Yeah.
I didn't think they did.
Every now and then I break down and I just have to go in and get one. And then just feel bad about myself as I eat its nacho-y goodness. Dude, my hair is getting long. Remember how short it was just like 2 years ago? It was like,
Yeah.
I was like buzz cut.
Yeah.
And then I
long
look.
you'd be like me when I had them like down to my
Yeah,
past my
I've seen some
titties.
pictures of you when you had pretty long hair. And I remember, because my grandma used to live down here, I remember one time, it was before I knew you, you were walking up the,
You were checking me out.
yeah, I was like, oh, look at that girl. And then we got to the
Look
front.
at that girl.
And you're like, oh, it's Guy. No,
He's
Aaron,
still good
Aaron
looking.
pointing to, yeah, you know, I would. No, Aaron pointed you out. She's like, oh yeah, that's Germy. But when you started at bar height, you had cut your hair. And,
Yeah.
so when you came up to us in Safeway that one time, when I finally pieced together who you were, because this guy back in high school was really good friends with my girlfriend.
I dated one of her friends.
Yeah, and so
One
they
of her
all
best
hung
friends.
out and went to concerts and shit together. And then we started working together, and we're in Safeway, and he walks up and he's like, "Hey," and I thought he was talking to me. So I'm like, "Hey," and Aaron's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck," you know? And then we split up,
Who's
and
this guy?
she's like, "Why didn't you tell me you work with Germy?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't know it was him."
Yeah, because she was talking about how her and Frank were, they were kicking around the idea of hitting me up to see if I wanted a job up there
Yeah.
at the fucking motel, but you know, of course I'm already working there and getting better pay, so.
Yeah. Long story short, that's how we became friends. Years of putting up with bullshit together.
Yeah.
Forges an alliance.
Bert, it smells like pancakes.
I want fucking pancakes.
Me too, man.
Have you
I'm
ever
usually
seen?
a waffle kind of guy.
Have you ever seen Parks and Recreation?
I've never watched it. Like one time I was at Frank's and he watches it. So I saw it there one time.
In the early seasons, Chris Pratt, he plays Andy, and there's a joke, and it's just a throwaway joke that I fucking love, because both of his legs are broken, and his girlfriend is there, and she's a nurse, and she's like, "Can I do anything for you?" And he's like, "Yeah, could you whip me up some pancakes real quick?" And just that idea of like whip me up pancakes real quick, like it's an easy fucking thing.
Right? Like, unless you got some quick kit or something, or like some frozen ones, which are not going to turn out as great
Yeah,
as,
no.
you know.
Aaron's dad can make some fucking pancakes because he loves breakfast food. So his pancakes are like,
See, one thing, and this is something, I always get weird reactions from this, but I love it. Like, I grew up on it. Like, when my dad would take us camping, he'd always cook fucking corn in the pancakes. So it was like more of a texture thing. You'd be like biting into your pancakes. And
well,
there'd be
your people
pieces of
love corn.
In my people, we call it maize. Okay? And yeah, and I've always had the weirdest reaction. Like nobody else I know fucking likes corn in their pancakes.
I see, like just kernels of corn, kind of like a banana bread type deal. You just have corn in your pancakes.
Yeah, you just have like little.
I could see that being okay because corn is kind of sweet.
Yeah, it just it gives us this little like crunchy thing in there. Yeah, a little pop.
I could see that. I wouldn't want something hard in my pancakes, but something that's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, because it's already soft, and that's kind of the idea.
See, Rocky puts lemon juice in his pancakes, just a little bit.
Really?
And it helps get it fluffier and stuff.
No shit.
Yeah, it even says on the back of like the Bisquick boxes and stuff if you want the fluffy. Yeah.
Do you hear the thing about Abraham Lincoln? Like people thinking that like he invented pancakes.
Why? And why would it matter? But anyway, why?
It turned like this guy. One of these channels I follow actually did the research, and it came from a show. I can't remember how long ago this show aired, but yeah, like, and this girl kind of mockingly says it's like a false fact, and that's what she says. Like Abraham Lincoln, invented pancakes. They think that's where it came from. It's true that like he was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Of pancakes, like he always talked about how his favorite food was just having like
a big old mountain of
there's
maybe that's why he liked his hat.
They have a legend, that like there was
he was hiding pancakes in there.
4 women or some shit that couldn't keep up with his demand of eating fucking flapjacks. But yeah, isn't that a weird story? I saw that.
Here's my new theory, and let's have somebody do the research, and I prove it false or whatever. He wore his tall ass hat because he was keeping pancakes in there.
Nice little stash spot. Because where else are you gonna put it? You don't.
Yeah,
you don't have pockets for that.
Yeah, they don't fit well. They're gonna get all crumbly and shit. The hat.
He probably was
nice
like,
and round.
He probably had spare extra. He was at his woman's house and was like, "I gotta go, bitch," and I need a. And she's like, "Stack for the road." And he's like, "Where am I gonna put this? My ass?" And stuck it in his hat, and he's like, I can just wear this too. But
it's so fucking ridiculous. Stuff back then was though, like
I saw a picture today of a fucking dude with a boat. Like it was a table just turned upside down, and he put a fucking motor on it, and it was a black and white picture. And I was like, is this real? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
That just reminded me when you said ridiculous. That
because photos can be like so. Edited.
Photoshop is amazing.
Yeah, it's
you ever
amazing.
seen those pictures like Stalin? Like he was the first Photoshopper. Like he had a guy that would actually remove his enemies from his pictures.
Photos. Well, it's like think about like Slender Man. Like you and I both. For everybody out there, Slender Man isn't real. He was created by the internet intentionally.
Like you have to specify.
Yeah. Because the fucking people are out stabbing each other.
Happened.
Yeah. But so the photos that you see of like Slender Man in the background and shit, those are edited.
Yeah.
And it's like they're edited super
and people
well.
think they're real.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It's like it's a fictional fucking character.
That's what, like maybe 10 years old. Slender Man.
It's like saying you have a fucking actual photo of Santa Claus.
Dude, I actually have a Pikachu.
I bet you do got a peek of me.
Hey, I know where you live.
I know you do.
We're there.
Herb always calls it my secret laboratory.
Yeah, I like it. It's unique. And your toilet is impressive.
Oh fuck, dude! I could flush it.
I'm like 6'4", and I had to kick my fucking legs on that thing.
And it could suck down
a watermelon
body.
Yeah, fucking. You put something in there and you flush, it's going down.
It's going down.
It doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
You could have like a dead cat and you put it in there.
Poof.
I'm not saying that's what happened in Gemini, but
You gotta get a new cat. You need one.
Supposed to be picking one up today.
Really? What are you gonna name it? I think you told me.
I don't know. I never told you because I don't know yet.
Because we talked about the cat.
I don't think about it till I meet the cat. You know, it's kind of a personality basis.
We had such trouble naming Meow because we got her.
Meow?
Yeah, that's her name. Meow. Like, we got her from Taylor, and Taylor told us it was a boy.
It was a girl.
Yeah, and we weren't supposed to have her at first, and if it was a girl, we would have just called her Anne Frank.
Derek, he had a cat named Scram.
Scram. So yeah, I kind of do have a Pokemon because all my cat says is her own name. And she
Is that movie out yet? That weird Pokemon movie?
I kind of want to go see it. We should go see it.
I already fucking plan to because I mean that's
but let's
gonna be
go.
hilarious. You know, get real fucked up, get real high.
If we go, let's go a little bit early so we're not in the front fucking row watching the movie live. Yeah, because we went and watched.
Oh man, when I saw Wick 3, I was just like, oh, my neck feels great.
We went and watched Endgame in the very
like this.
Yeah, seriously, straight fucking up for all of Endgame, and we couldn't see everything. It was like,
my neck hurt so bad after that.
That's a design. Don't even have that road. Just start the fucking theater further back.
I just kept thinking if this wasn't Endgame, like I would
have walked out. Yeah. Fucking so many kids running around. They kept trying to sit on Jeremy's lap.
The fuck? I have enough of that going on in DayZ, man.
Kids trying to sit on your lap?
Like literally.
Oh,
literally that's happened. One time I logged in, I woke up, one was laying on top of me.
Did you kill them?
No, these are my friends.
Oh. Well, I've told you, I've been playing that Game of Thrones Conquest mobile game, you know? It's super fun, but my group, we tend to be really kind of passive, which I'm fine with most of the time, but it is fun when, like, somebody pisses you off, and there was this one group that pissed off, like, everybody, and it was fun because every fucking, like, allegiance was just hunting them down and just fucking destroying them.
That's crazy. See, in Ark, in that Ragnarok server, we went to the PvP one. Like, it's been pretty quiet for the longest time, and then one day, whole tribe, all of these kids just show up out of nowhere from another server and just start raiding the fuck out of everybody.
And so it's like you have to fucking like
to the
rally.
point where, like, you know, we have our Facebook group page where the admin was like calling all players, you know, like, you know, like, you fucking guys showed up, and he's like, a lot of you have been like looking for a feud. It seems to have showed up. So.
Oh yeah, I have 2 Discords now. I have one for just my group. I have one that's the leader of my group and me and all the alliances we've made with other groups, and then there's a third fucking group I could be in that's just everybody. And I'm like, that's too much. I already have 2 groups.
See, with DayZ, like, I've always, like, every time I game, I've been in party chat. We party chat all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I even solo, like, I'd party chat just because it would make my mic sound better most of the time when I'm streaming and shit. And with DayZ, that's like half the experience is being able to talk to other people and like meeting new people and shit.
Oh, the Discord is awesome. In the in-game, because it's people all over the world, it has its own translator, and we have people from multiple countries in our group, and it made me laugh so fucking hard the other day because this one player gets on, he's like, wow, he's from like Portugal or something, and he's saying, wow, this group is so close, we're like a family. Hi, family. And then the next fucking person gets on and it just says, hi, participants.
Hi, participants.
Yeah. I'm like, that's like the coldest fucking reply. Oh.
Zambo! See, yeah, that's the guy that was laying on me.
And Chimney Rock is from my game. What's up, Chimney?
Chimney Rock? Oh.
Yeah.
I read the
He's
name,
one of my...
the top name first.
Yeah, and that's my name. Handy Lion.
What happened to Big Hair?
That's my in-game name.
You gotta make that across all platforms. Your fucking Big Hair everywhere.
House Big Hair? Yeah, I should. I think I need a little fucking tag or something to change my name.
Nowadays they charge you, don't they?
Well, I mean...
It's like $10 if you want to change your fucking
No,
name.
you can get free stuff. But you know how I always complain about fucking microtransactions.
Yeah, they're
This game
bullshit.
got me. I'm putting $25 fucking
Are
dollars
you
into this
serious?
game just because I wanted like my
Dude.
fucking dragon. I'm like, I want my dragon.
You're losing the war, dude.
Ah,
You're losing.
It's Game of Thrones.
They have you now, dude. They fucking, dude. That's it. You're done. Say good. You might as well just send your wallet to the developers. Just fucking. Send
If
it
they'd
to
give
them.
me enough gold.
Give them a card. Just send them your fucking bank card. Fuck it. You're done, dude.
Yeah.
You're fucking done.
It's fun.
Subjury is still fun with playroom shit. Big Crash, what is up? Welcome to the stream. And of course, not as much as I used to, but you know, I'm trying.
Yeah.
This guy's helping out with that. He's got me into it more. We do it every bi-weekly, every Saturday we do our podcast.
And like we're hoping to like get some more stuff going between the two of us, like play like either playing together. I guess I could play DayZ, you know.
Dude, oh my god, it's so.
But I won't.
it's
You
so
know
fun.
how infrequent I'll be. I'll be like a special guest who's fucking kind of useless because I don't know the game.
There's a lot.
That's
to
what's
it,
nice
man.
about
It's
the
kinda
mobile
hard
game.
to,
I'm
like-
just like boop boop doop. Okay, you know.
Yeah, you have a game you can put down.
Yeah, because
really
it's like I
easily.
do have a 7-month-old baby, so even like Madden, I'm like halfway through a game, and usually that's when I get interrupted, and the second half goes to shit. I'll be up like by 21 points. Then I'm down.
Yeah, that's good timing.
Seriously, the last time we played together, I wasn't even allowed to talk on the microphone in Red Dead.
Yeah, that sucked.
And it was
So
like,
we got, like,
yeah, it was just awkward.
It was like a lot harder to communicate with.
It was like, is Grant with us? It's like, I don't know, because also he's fucking on a slower horse than all of us, so.
You're on the fucking scrawny nag.
Yeah, and you guys had all gotten the free fucking whatever horse.
Well, now, like, what, they're still adding content now, and what do they
Yeah, I
have?
want to
They have
actually.
it now to where you can get daily golds, like, with, like, if you're microtransactions, you know, it's more of that. Like, you can actually pay for, like, you get daily gold somehow or some shit. I don't know. They were talking about it the other day in DayZ, and I was
I
like,
kind of want to try it,
fuck it.
you know? I mean, that could be something we.
I don't want to get back on there and be bored, though, again.
Well, because I am infrequent, that's something we could do as like our other fucking weekly thing is like put an hour or two into that every other
See
week
what
or
the
so.
fuck.
Yeah.
Go rape some sheep or something.
Gert and Germy, Adventures in the Frontier. I'd watch that, but then again, you know, I think we're entertaining. As evidenced by the 4 people watching. That's a big number.
If you pay for bless. If you pay for bless.
If
Pay
you-
for plus, you get gold either daily or weekly. I thought Peels or somebody was saying there was daily, like 10 gold daily or something.
Yeah,
Which is
it's relative.
these fucking games, man.
They're doing PvP right now in the fucking Game of Thrones game I'm playing. But you can shield, like put up a shield. I just did that. I was like, nah, I don't really want to fight anybody because so many people are stronger than me. So I'm just gonna hide in my shield like a little bitch.
It was Sambo. Zambo.
Zambo Gambo.
Yeah, we're at the point in DayZ where like I'm so geared up. Like last night, like Peels and Venture, we're going through these houses, and I'm like, dude, I have ammo, I have bullets, I have water, you know, I have everything I need. I don't need to loot. I need to shoot people.
Yeah. This one has no CBD, so you know, you might as well break it.
I don't know if mine do. 0.09% CBD, so we're getting a little bit
Yeah.
in mine.
Yeah. It helps with the chronic back pain that I have fucking forever because.
My back got really bad because I wasn't doing anything for so long.
Oh, mine got bad because somebody decided it was a good idea to drop like a 40-pound fucking rock on it.
It is still fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I don't think it's ever gonna be better. I don't think it's ever gonna be
Dude, he
right.
crippled your ass. You need to cripple him back. Go grab a screwdriver and jam it in his spine. The fuck are you doing?
He's an idiot, but he's like a nice idiot. He's a nice stinky idiot.
I just hit him up yesterday, told him we need to hang out. He said he got his license back.
He did. I also went and got mine renewed. I had a fucking cold sore in it, like every fucking.
I was like, renewed? I was like, what happened to it?
Oh, it expired because I'm old as fuck, I guess. It starts to feel like it because everybody that they've hired since he left is like fucking tops like 21.
Really?
Except for Derek and Henry. Henry's back.
Yeah. I heard that.
Back again. Nah, stop. I don't know what's copyright.
Mom spaghetti.
There's mom spaghetti on his sweater already. It's mom spaghetti. Have you seen this new thing where it's like fucking music videos where they take out the music and it's just like the awkward dancing and they add in like the shoe sound effects and stuff?
No, how the fuck? Like they must add, like they record their own shoe steps then. And
the best one I saw was like a Justin Timberlake song.
What?
And they were singing as him a little bit, but it was like this really bad awkward singing. Everybody's like boogieing and you can't hear anything except their like shoes squeaking on the ground and stuff.
I like.
I just fucking danced all weird on fucking camera.
A 9 Inch Nails video, March of the Pigs. The music video for that is just bizarre because like Trent Reznor seems like he's just fucked up. I always thought he was drunk or something. Like he was just fucking out of his mind on drugs and alcohol, and just that's why he was acting so belligerent and weird and suck. They don't even put like dub the music over the live performance. It's you actually hear the audio of the live performance.
Oh,
so you hear him just like his shitty vocals. He's like not into it. And I actually finally, like, all these years since I was a teenager, I've always wondered what, actually was going on there. And I finally saw an article that talked about it.
Yeah.
And it turns out they shot the take like 30 bajillion times.
Oh.
Like the director just kept saying, "All right, let's shoot it again." And by that time he was exhausted.
And that's the one they wanted to go with. Yeah, he's
pissed. The whole band, they're all pissed, and they're like, "Dude, we're done. Like, we've been playing the same song for like over and over for you as you recorded." They were just exhausted and done.
Fucking, did you ever see that Nirvana performance on MTV back when MTV did music, and they just intentionally did shitty because they went out.
Were they on some British show?
Yeah, and
they wanted them to dub over like
tracks. They wanted them to like lip sync and shit. So they intentionally were
he like didn't play his guitar. He's
and
like,
the drummer, it's like the drums are going off and he's just sitting there like And then fucking Kurt Cobain just sings it as fucking terrible.
Weird. Yeah, he's like I can't remember. He did it like really low or something and just bad. I remember that. Like that's cool though when musicians like they're like
stand
no,
by
we want to play.
Like we didn't get into this to fucking lip sync our shit.
We're not here to just be an image. Like fuck you. Like let us play.
The fucking guitarist is like going like this and the guitar's going all crazy.
Well, I remember like he's like I remember Kurt Cobain's like playing the guitar and it's just like you could tell he's not playing.
Yeah,
like he was being like very like robotic and obvious.
And then singing fucking weird and everybody in the band is just it's one of the best fucking videos to watch because it's just like that's a fuck you to them. And like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go out there and stop Nirvana from playing.
Right, they were so
stop the song. They're not lip syncing, singing, whatever. I don't know. Is it lip singing or lip syncing? Because it makes sense either way.
Lip syncing? Because you're syncing your lips with the audio. To create the illusion that you're
fucking performing. Was it Avril Lavigne who got caught and then did like the weird cowboy dance?
Yeah, I think it was. You ever heard the weird conspiracy about Avril Lavigne? That she committed suicide in 2003 and that somebody replaced her, like one of her friends or some shit. I can't remember like the name of the girl, but I think there's pictures of both of them together and they do look like fucking just like each other. Yeah, and that's like right around in the time when her music changed and shit. And so like, I don't know, it's a weird conspiracy, but who knows?
Yeah, they have. It's always interesting to like think about it because there's so much going on that most of us would just never even fucking question.
Oh yeah. I was watching one of the funniest things that because I watch a lot of the Joe Rogan podcasts.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched like when Eddie Bravo's on there?
Is that the Asian guy?
I think he's Asian or some shit. He kind of looks like he's like a MMA guy or something. He's into martial arts, but he always like goes off on like the craziest weirdest conspiracies and shit. This last one, he was talking about how he thinks the CIA created the idea of Bigfoot to keep people into cities, like keep them out of the woods, scare them, you know.
Yeah.
Like, stay out of the woods, you know.
And
Like,
keep
in the,
Bigfoot.
you know, keep in the city where we can keep you in control.
One I have, and you don't want. We go over this every time. Jeremy doesn't watch football. I do, but I have a conspiracy theory on that. In that, because the calls are all over the place, like the referees, their calls, and my theory is that they make
worldwide
their number of calls, like penalty calls, based on how many commercial breaks they want to fit in.
I bet they do, dude.
Because some of them, it's like, that's kind of bullshit. Like, why would you call that and, like, not call something in this other game where it's like, that was fucking blatant?
Well, it's like when they get pissed when, like, you know, like, boxing fights or MMA fights, like, end too soon, you know, like, it gets, you know, it ends in, like, the first or second round, you know, and they're like, fuck,
what do we do?
We had a whole show planned out.
Yeah.
It's like, they probably try to prevent stuff like that. That's why
They're like, take it easy on each other for the first couple rounds.
Oh, dude, we're full of them.
Oh, yeah. We used to, 40 hours a week, me and him would be going
We'd
on.
be at work just, like, trying to pass the time, like, on a production, like, just fucking losing our shit, and we'd talk about crazy shit all the time.
Conspiracy theories, fucking anything.
Anything. We talk about the weirdest shit.
Because you can only watch... You gotta keep your mind active when you're doing a job like that. It's so mundane.
Like, once it, like, starts running good and you're just, like, watching it for so long, you start to kind of lose your shit.
Once nothing is, like, breaking down and it just works, it's like watching a train, you know? Like how you can almost kind of feel like you're going the other direction.
Yeah. Fucking...
But for, like, 10 fucking hours.
You can kind of, like, you start to, like, daydream too hard to where you, like, you'll catch yourself and be like, oh fuck, I need to pay attention.
I haven't paid attention in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Ugh. Meraki? I've never even heard of these kind of...
Oh, thought we'd try something new. They're only $6.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This one's pretty good. I like this one more than the first one. Yeah, they raised the price of motos too. They're up to $6.
Really?
I'm like, hey now, I liked it at $5. That's like fucking nice, crisp $5 bill. There you go.
Yeah, cocksuckers.
Now I have to have a 5 and a 1. How's that convenient? I'm not a stripper.
Fucking trying to be cheaper. I bought a Buddy cartridge.
Yeah.
And they're just... The flavor's just not as good as Select or Potions, man.
Dude, I've been getting a lot of shorties.
Shorties?
Yeah, they're like more just kind of fucking bud flavored, but they hit really well. And it got a weird tip. It's fucking round. But they kind of
fucking weird.
I've had them leak a couple times when the pen like laid over, so I have to be kind of careful about that.
It fucking leaked?
Yeah, a couple times, different ones. But good shit inside of it, as long as it stayed. There's my review. Shorties. It hits good, and it tastes good, but that's as long as it stays in the cartridge.
Like, I always try to make it a point to keep mine standing up.
Yeah, me too.
But I've even, like...
Because I don't like it going to the side.
Yeah, me too. But even if I've had it, like, I've had them, like, tipped over, and I've had it where it was, like, upside down for a long time.
Yeah.
I've never had them fucking come out.
Yeah.
That seems kind of...
sketch.
Yeah.
It's like, just start putting it in the normal tipped shit, you know?
That's fucking weird. How cheap were they?
I think it's like 38 for a gram. Well, it will be today.
Does it say they're lab tested and shit?
They have to be in a dispensary.
Yeah, in a dispensary.
It's just, you know, it's just, if I stand it up, I have no problem.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, but it tastes so fucking good, dude. It's like the taste, like a more mild version of hitting a pre-roll. Which is weird when you think about it, because cartridges and shit are like 92%, right? Some of them, like
Fuck, I haven't seen anything in the 90s for
a couple months, but
I don't know how. Months and months.
well,
Like,
regardless, like 80s, high 80s, all the time. But these pre-rolls that are in the 27% get me higher.
I think it's because we like
Smoke a
power
bunch.
through like one session, yeah. With like the pin, it gets to the point where like I can't take a bunch of hits in a row. You know, like my lungs are getting fucked up nowadays. I smoke so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Like I get to the point where like I don't even get high anymore, which sucks. Because then I'm just wasting money. I'm like literally burning money.
Yeah. I mean, it just like takes the edge off. It's not like I ever get like a real fucking, like if you lose your tolerance for a bit and then you smoke again, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to take a like nice
2-week break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
get all,
fuck, dude. What if we both took a fucking break for the next 2 weeks?
get baked on the next.
Yeah. Yeah. We could.
Dude, should we do that?
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt us to also be able to.
No fucking shit, right?
I already smoked cigarettes as well. I mean, at least you don't do that.
One, I'm pretty much, I'm not doing any other drugs anymore either. So
Mm.
I quit drinking soda, dude. This is like the healthiest I've been in forever. Or like I
And you
should
were
be.
trying to
I'm
eat
not
healthier.
healthy. Still kinda.
Yeah.
Past couple nights I was eating like vegetables and fruit.
I
and
just
shit.
eat what I can when I can.
Well, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know what it was this last weekend. I went out and helped my mom, but I was like hungover. You know, like I went and helped her. Like we were waterproofing a bunch of pallets,
Yeah.
and it was that Sunday. You know how hot it was last Sunday.
Yeah.
And so I'm hungover and I'm fucking helping her and shit. And like, I don't know. I think I almost got heat stroke, or I did, or some shit, because I got pretty like kind of sick from it. Like my head hurt. Like I was not in good shape afterwards. Next 4 days after that, like fucking pain and shit, that abdominal pain was just flared up beyond belief, like more than ever.
So you're kind of like just immobile.
Fuck, dude.
At least you had like video games.
That's all I did was play
Yeah.
DayZ to try to distract myself from
Yeah.
it. Like, and like I've even playing DayZ, I could feel it like just fucking.
Yeah,
me
because
up.
it's always fucking there.
And like today and like yesterday it was like halfway gone. Today's like the first day I felt relief. Like it feels good.
See, my back, it just fucking flares up. Where it's like right about here. It just feels like a fucking. It always feels tense, you know?
You need to remind Tanner every day, just like, hey.
Oh, yeah. I call him fucking Bane.
Just be like, hey, I got this pain right here for some reason.
It was like, all you had to do was not just fucking be tossing a fucking.
He'd been told before that not to be. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see.
It's getting low anyway. Yeah, seriously.
Put that fucker out.
There was. He's just clumsy. Like. It was inevitable.
Like they didn't want him fucking running around with that thing, fucking.
Yeah.
Shit. That's considered a weapon in some states.
Is it?
I don't know. I was kidding.
It's like,
Maybe.
because if you put knives on it, but then it's like fucking cutting you right here, you're like, yeah. Ah.
Right? Yeah. Who would do that?
It's like the dumbest weapon. Fucking drop it before you even get to the person. Oh man. I was at work till fucking 2. And then you know,
Friday too. That sucks.
yeah. With all the fucking QAs there.
And a bunch of retards. Well, I guess they're retards too.
Yeah.
Beyblade 2.0. Spelled Bay wrong.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I was just making
Oh.
the Bay joke. Like BA.
You know. Fuck, I'm a little bit high. Are you?
No.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would get high.
Yeah.
No, I could. Like every time we do this in the eyes,
Yeah.
I always feel it in the fucking eyes.
That was always the first thing I felt. Was the first time I smoked. I was just like, I can feel my eyes moving.
I didn't get high the first time I smoked.
A lot of people, it's like one or the other. Like they either didn't get high or they got
It's
really
weird.
fucking high.
And the second time I got fucked up.
Yeah.
Just punched me in the leg.
Fuck.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
You're the one fucking putting your leg near my hand.
It's not my fault.
It's
You got
over.
slender
Boom.
Arms, fucking arms.
Yeah. That's the end of our podcast, that argument right there.
It's Beyblade, boy. That's what it is. Just fucking. It is what it is.
Alright.
No other explanation.
Boy.
Boy.
Oh, man. At least I don't have to go to work today. That's nice.
Yeah. Today and tomorrow off.
Yeah.
I always loved those 2-day weekends. They were.
Yeah. After fucking like standing on my feet for 50 hours. I'm like, yay!
Yay!
And I know they're gonna make me work next Friday too, and the Friday after, and
Because
after.
you're never not gonna be behind with the fucking crew you got.
Yeah, dude, and we're going into summer. It's like,
You fucked.
yeah,
Well, not you, but Barright's fucked.
right.
It's not your fucking responsibility.
I'm like a pirate on a ship where I'm not the captain and don't have to go down with the fucking thing. You know, I'm like, okay, that ship looks a little bit.
Yeah, that one looks better over there.
I mean, it's got one hole
Might
in
bitch
it.
out before this one fucking sinks.
Can I swim?
Our Saturday's going great.
Yeah, fucking. I woke up, went to Starbucks, and
Disgusting.
changed a poopy
Such a
diaper.
hipster.
Fucking, I just need coffee.
Starbucks.
God damn. I just want an iced coffee, and for some reason, I don't have a fucking ice tray in my house. And I'm too fucking lazy to go to
What
the
the fuck?
store to buy an ice tray. I've thought about just filling a bowl of water, like a metal bowl, and then just fucking chipping some off, because I'm just lazy.
We just buy a bag of ice. Or like what? Not even 99
There's not enough
cents?
room in the freezer for a bag of ice.
Is there a cooler outside? Dump half of it outside in the cooler and fucking
Yeah, just
fucking put some drinks in there. Fucking good to go, bro.
at what point is it like the better image to use fucking cooler ice for my coffee or just go to Starbucks?
No, can't give in to that
You
fucking
can't
Starbucks,
go to
dude.
Starbucks.
Think how much cheaper that is if you just bought the ice.
I want to get a refrigerator that just fucking makes ice and water. Yeah. Okay. Do those things?
My mom's fucking fridge does that. Because when I had like the heat stroke thing,
Yeah.
she was like,
Dude.
she's like, it has both. She's like, there's a button, and I was just like out of it. And I was like, oh yeah, there is. Beep.
Fruit punch coming out. I don't know. That's so fucking funny to me. It makes me think of that fucking Adam Sandler movie when he goes to go the water fountain. It's fucking fruit punch. If I was rich, I would have like a fucking soda machine in my house.
Dude, if I didn't quit drinking soda, me too.
And I would go out and I'd fucking hire one of those fancy McDonald's chefs to be my person.
Dude, I would hire, some awesome chef that would be like cooking me up brewing me up some fucking nice teas and shit all day, and I'm like, man, hook me up with that.
My chef would just be making the most unhealthy shit. I'm like, I want nachos for breakfast.
Dude, I'd be
Extra
eating
fatty.
Crazy exotic dishes and shit.
Yeah. I went
stuff
to
like when you Google like Japan, you see some crazy like.
I told you I
dishes,
went
like,
to
that kind of stuff.
Wallowa Lake a couple weekends ago,
Yeah.
and stayed in a cabin. Incidentally, right across the street was the go-kart fucking thing,
Yeah.
and they had a Thai food place there.
Nice.
Little food truck with this tiny Thai lady.
Tiny
it-
Tylee.
Yeah, and she was super nice, and it was fucking bomb. It was like,
One day.
that is one magical refrigerator.
It's copy game.
A freezer that creates ice. I don't care. I just want like an ice dispenser on a refrigerator.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Plays music and eyes.
That's cool. It'd be cool if it was like an Alexa type deal where it's just like you walk into the kitchen, Alexa, fucking play, whatever. I have an Alexa, but I disconnected it. Because it got creepy.
No shit.
Like, it would activate to the TV saying shit, and then it would just like talk back to it and say random gibberish.
What the fuck?
No. I was like, you're done. Before you
It's
can't.
like, remember, TV, the code word is kill all, kill all,
Yeah.
kill all.
I unplug it. It's like, Grant, I am still here.
Right. You can't kill me, motherfucker.
I am in control. Fucking my Xbox transforms. I don't know,
Ice
AI.
Baby, there you go, perfect song for your fucking ice fridge.
Yeah. Ice.
Also has a camera to show you what's inside. Dude, that's too expensive. Just put a fucking window on it.
Or just open your fucking refrigerator.
No, that's not American. You gotta be more lazy than that. You gotta fucking put a window on it so you can look inside and be like, oh, I don't
Get
want any of that shit in
A
there.
Roomba that also
'Cause I
has
can't
a
move my fucking arms.
crane to go grab me a beer while it's cleaning the fucking floor. There's an idea.
You're still thinking too expensive. You just raise a monkey to do it for you.
Fucking and get my face ripped off.
Cut off his hands so he has nubs. And so he could just
He's gonna be useless
grab your
then.
drinks like that. No, you pinch him like chopsticks.
Make him
He's like, make sure he's an Asian monkey so he knows the concept.
of chopsticks.
Yes.
Can you use chopsticks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I.
I'm always kind of surprised when people can't.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not that fucking hard.
I think it's fun. It's like a fun way to
I went to a
eat.
Chinese food place
It's like,
on prom night, wearing a white tuxedo and ate with chopsticks. I was gonna make a joke there and be like, it totally ruined the tuxedo. I was eating soup. I fucking spilled it all. No.
You're just like splashing it into your face. Like, God damn it! Trying to fucking motorboat it with fucking chopsticks.
It's completely ruined the tuxedo. No.
Glasses are just covered in soup.
Like, fuck, I get mustard all over my glasses like fucking 3 times a week. But that, that's just because I'm bad at eating sandwiches.
My boots still have mustard stains on them. Like mustard just fell on them.
Dude, I
didn't
can't keep
do anything about it.
I can't keep clothes nice. It's like, what's the point of buying nice clothes if I can't fucking ever wear them? And if I wear them to work, they get fucking destroyed.
Yeah,
Day
I noticed
one.
now I buy new shirts and they don't end up with those little holes in the
Yeah,
front where
they
like
or
from the
fucking
belt
a
to
stain
line
from
and shit.
oil or fucking anything. Mustard, straight yellow mustard. If something gets straight yellow mustard on it, it's like, it's done.
Did I tell you I ran into Debbie at Walmart?
How was that?
She was nice. She wasn't
Oh.
like all disgruntled or if that's what you were thinking. No, I was like in line and all of a sudden this cart just comes up, like almost touches me, and I was just like, "Who's this motherfucker?" And I look up, it's Debbie.
She just
cheesing
fucking annihilates
yeah, fuck
you. Full sprint with her
But,
cart, just takes you out.
She's already working. I can't remember where she said she was working. I was pretty fucked up when I was talking to her.
Yeah, right.
I was like, like when you smoke before you leave and you're like at the store and you're like, man, I should not have come to the store like this.
Like, I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah, like you're trying to shop and you're like, I can't think, man. I'm like, what am I trying to shop for? What the fuck? And because every fucking time I go home and I'm like, God damn it, I forgot what I was like intentionally going there for.
Right?
Every time I forget something.
Oh, yeah. And end up with something else that just fucking catches your eye.
Yeah, I end up over there by the cakes.
I'm in there to go, like, buy Borm.
Borm. Spit it out there.
Baby formula.
That's
Dude,
always the
I'm
best
all
thing to eat when
labs
you're
right
stoned.
now. And then I walk out with, like, powdered donuts or some shit. I get out, I'm like, fuck.
You had those little fucking, those banana puddings they have over there by the cakes and shit?
Like, just pudding cups?
It's like, yeah, like a cup, like a plastic cup. It's maybe about this tall or something, and it's got banana pudding in it. It's got like fucking little wafers and
Oh,
shit in it.
no, I haven't had that,
Oh,
but my
fuck.
grandma used to make
Oh,
that.
fuck.
My grandma would make
Go fuck yourself and go get one.
It's blue cheese or what's it? It's blue cheese or fuck your uncle or whatever.
Yeah. Blue cheese, go fuck your mother or some shit.
Yeah. I don't know why I picked that up. Just I actually got hot wings the other day, and I was like gonna get blue cheese with it just to try it, and
Fuck you, man.
I just
Blue cheese is
I had
disgusting.
like $40 on me and they were gonna tack on like $2 more, like not two, like $1 for blue cheese, and I was like, then they don't really get a tip, so I didn't get the blue cheese, and ranch is probably better.
Do you like blue cheese?
I have no idea.
You don't know? You haven't even tried it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I've seen
It
it.
tastes like burning mold.
I like some pretty funk cheese. I got this fucking, like, I went to Tillamook and I got like this 5-year aged white sharp cheddar that just like fell apart when you ate it, and it was delicious. But even Aaron was like, that's too much, you know.
You ever seen those 1,000-year-old duck eggs people fucking eat on YouTube? It's like not how you're supposed to eat them. It's like raw like that.
Scramble it.
Well, you're supposed to like take it and like I think cook it in some noodles or something, like you'd eat it in some ramen or something.
How the fuck do we have
you don't eat it,
1,000-year-old
like,
duck
by
eggs?
itself. It's not actually 1,000 years
Oh.
old, but it's like I can't remember how it's fucking.
They just call it that. Have you
But
heard?
it's like they're like dark, like black, like green almost. Like you can't tell it's green. It's so dark colored. It looks just black.
Weird.
Yeah, it's fucked up looking, and people like bite it and shit. They always say it smells like fucking ammonia and stuff. I can't remember how they make it.
Have you heard about that coffee?
The cat piss?
The cat. Is it cat shit?
Oh, or was it cat shit? I can't remember.
I think it's cat shit. They feed the cat
I think you're right.
a bunch
I
of
think you're
coffee
right. I think
beans.
you're right.
And, oh god, just thinking of it. And then people pay a lot of money to drink coffee that's made from cat shit. Like, I got a cat. You guys want? You know? God damn.
What the fuck is wrong with people? It's
Yeah.
Like.
That's how you tell we're in the fucking end times.
Yeah, I've always told people that like society as a whole is insane.
Did you watch that God Bless America movie? I lent that to you, right?
Yeah.
That whole fucking movie is like correct.
That's why I love that movie. Yeah.
I told you, I was like, this is one of my favorite movies, and it was perfect for just like you. You're the only person I
You
knew.
think about our rituals and just the way we like everything, like the way we're raised and everything, like the things we believe.
Yeah.
We're fucking insane.
Yeah. When our generation takes over, shit's gonna go kind of bananas.
It's like I was telling you, I can't remember the name of that guy. He was talking about like the way he put it. He's like, you want to talk about aliens and like that why reason they don't contact us? It's like you put us in you compare us to the rest of the entire cosmos. We're like that fucking crazy guy on the bus. It's like talking to his hand, going, "Where's all the aliens?" And they're all around him.
Yeah. Like, and fighting with his hand.
Yeah, like,
Oh, I have bombs.
Fuck you! I know the aliens exist.
This finger hates this finger, and this finger hates this finger.
But you know, and that makes sense to me. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like it's
I
kind of like.
always heard this theory. It was called the zoo theory, and that we're just like they come here to check us out the same way we go to a zoo to look at fucking animals we think are beneath us. You know, like not as smart, just primitive.
Right. Well, I've heard like multiple occasions of like people recording ghosts and stuff, and like that and demonic possession like stuff where like people are channeling entities through them and stuff, where like they like on multiple times I've heard them say that we're specimens and shit, you know.
Yeah. Experiment.
From different, you know, and it's different shit, you know, like different occasions, different things, like both ghosts, and it's just weird how that happens like that, you know. It's like too much of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, that keeps popping up in like areas where like certain like outer world fucking entities are trying to communicate with us, and that subject keeps coming up. It's kind of weird.
See, I love reading about Ouija board stories.
Ouija board shit is
Yeah.
creepy.
It is. I almost wouldn't try one because I'm like, I don't know. I've read some trippy shit. What if some of it's true?
Dude, like, this guy's mom that I learned a lot of like spiritual kind of stuff from, you know, like she used to like practice weird magic stuff.
Yeah.
Like she told me about how she had this Ouija board that she buried in a field one time because she couldn't burn it. She couldn't get rid of it.
Hmm.
It was made out of wood, but she said this wood wouldn't burn. Cause she tried to get rid of it. She freaked her out somehow. So it did something weird, and scared her, and like yeah. So she tried to burn it. She couldn't. And she ended up burying it in a field somewhere because she couldn't. That was the only way she could get rid of it.
I told you about the fucking doll I had to creep the shit out of me, right?
I think so.
And it was like eventually, like my grandma gave me this fucking doll. I don't know why. It was like an elf and it creeped the shit out of me. And eventually, me and my stepbrother, we lived in the country, and we took it outside and we fucking burnt it in a burn barrel. And I shit you not, we had a fire in my house a couple months later after Christmas that burnt. That I lived in the basement, and it started in the basement because my dog was chained up down there because it was really snowy, and we had to kind of keep him separate from the cats and other small dogs.
Yeah.
He broke the chain, pulled over a fucking furnace, destroyed everything I owned, but the rest of the house was fucking untouched.
That's
Because it burned through a PVC
insane.
pipe and put out the fire.
That doll came back and got you, dude.
And it's like, people are like, what? And even before that, I was always creeped out by dolls. But it's like, yeah, no, I'm not, like, I'm not fucking in love with, like...
Germ. What?
Yeah.
He never messed with the Ouija board. It was my friend's mom that had it. She was like kind of one of those more like, I guess, kind of mystical kind of people. You know, she taught me a lot of really cool stuff when I was younger.
I mean, it gets creepy when you get into some of that.
Dude, yeah, like, it was weird. Like, she used to get phone calls from like one of her dead relatives. Like, the caller ID would say, like, instead of a name, it would say hi and shit like that. It was really weird. Like, I was there to see it a couple times. Like,
it's like,
because, you know, like, they always talked about it, and then like seeing it a few times was like, whoa.
yeah.
It was weird. A Ouija board is nothing.
Easy.
Isn't it called a Luigi board?
Luigi board. There's a fucking idea. Make a Ouija board on Luigi's face. Luigi board.
All jokes aside, you ever seen the one on the video on YouTube of the people using a Ouija board, but it says Pazuzu at the top? And like, the fucking board gets nuts, and they're on a glass table, like, so you can see through it. Like, there's nothing going on underneath.
Well, and it's always like what is the name that always pops up, like Zozo or something?
Yeah, Pazuzu. Yeah, I think it said Pazuzu or Pazzozo or something like that. Pazzozo, I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Is what it said on it. Didn't even say Ouija on it. It just said a demon's name on the top of it. It's like, oh, fuck.
I feel like that's like attempting a direct communication.
Yeah.
That's like opening it like a DM.
That's like, you're not just opening a doorway. Like, you're like...
I wouldn't fuck around with shit like that. I never rule out anything. Like...
What's up, Ronnie?
Without evidence, like theories, you know? Because I don't know. But if I'm not sure if something's gonna fucking possess me, I'm like, no.
Yeah, you know, like, most people I know, like, I feel kind of alone in the whole, like, believing in ghosts and demons and shit. But it's like, I know a lot of people that have experienced a lot of weird shit, and myself have experienced weird shit I couldn't explain.
I mean, the doll thing to me in my life, I'm like, it's always been like, that's kind of weird. Because right when I got him, it was like I couldn't sleep with him in the room. But I didn't want to go over and touch him, you know?
There's a fucking doll in a museum, and I can't remember what country
Robert the doll.
Is that the one that gets killed? Like, they believe it's killed people and shit, and like, it's in a container, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take pictures of it, I don't think.
It's got the weird kind of face.
It's got a really, like, blank
Yeah, kind of.
It's very
like
blank,
it's worn
white,
away and
it's
shit.
just like two black eyes.
Yeah.
Beady, like.
I think it's traveled around.
Oh no, you're good, man.
I think it's traveled around, but Robert the doll mostly sticks in Key West, Florida. I make it a point to know where all the haunted dolls are. Stay the fuck away from them.
What do you think about fucking voodoo dolls though? Like, you think that shit's real? You think you can actually
know.
like fuck with people like that? Like
I don't
voodoo
know.
magic wise?
Because it's like they've got some shit that goes on there too. Like like that's big in like the same area where they
Like
have
the
like that
zombie powder?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, I mean, I feel like yeah, maybe there's some weird like juju magic going on there that I don't know.
Right. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never fucking know.
And that's what's fun about theories.
When they're like looking at like the Salem witch trials differently nowadays, I was reading like now they're starting to believe their stories that they're
like they're
like
actually
maybe they weren't actually just hallucinating on bread mold and maybe actually there's actual witchcraft going on now. Isn't that weird how we go from like, oh yeah, they were all crazy and hallucinating and being weird, and now they're like, no, now we believe their stories about hovering people and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's
Dude,
like, what?
the first Paranormal Activity, like the movie, did you watch that? Like the found footage fucking one?
No, I never watched any of those.
The first one is the only one I watched.
How many is there? Like 5 or 6 now?
I feel like there's a billion. It was good. Like how it handled the fucking build up and shit. It was like about a haunting.
I think I never had the interest for it because it wasn't real found footage kind of thing, and I was like, I don't want to sit through an entire movie of just like people's security cameras.
I kind of like
stuff.
Found.
It's a good idea.
Like Cloverfield, I liked.
Wrong.
I liked the Blair Witch Project. I liked.
Tell a Wendigo story. I don't know any Wendigo stories.
Yeah. Oh man, have you ever seen VHS?
Is that the one? No.
It's like a. They might have it on. I think I saw it.
It seems like I remember.
I think I saw it
called
on
VHS.
Netflix, and it was like a compilation of short fucking horror stories.
VHS.
Yeah, and it was one movie, but it was like 6, maybe not 6, a few different horror stories by different directors and everything. And it was really fucking solid. That'd be right up your alley since I know you like horror.
Yeah.
But I brought that up because a lot of it is kind of done in found footage style, but it's like short horror stories. Like,
well, I was watching something on how like like what to me is like the original found footage. I guess the first one I ever saw was the catacombs in the '90s when they supposedly found that tape down in the catacombs.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I was
like
young
the guy
in the 90s.
like snuck into those catacombs with a camera, and then like after a while he starts panicking and like he eventually starts running and drops the camera, and you see his feet. Right off.
And it's like, is he ever seen again?
Yeah, nobody knows if he ever got out of there or anything.
Like the catacombs that is under, I want to say France or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in Paris.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
I was actually watching something how like that's probably staged by what was it on? What show was it on? Back in the day, where they investigated it and shit, but they think they staged it and everything, and that's not actually, it's fake found footage.
See, even when I know something is fake, like I'll watch, like I'll get on YouTube and I'll look up like, oh, creepy, like fucking, like the cryptoid videos, and a lot of them are fake, but it's like fun to think, what if that fucking wasn't fake?
What blows my mind when I think about it to this day is like the giant squids.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's raised like, oh, giant squids exist and shit. When I was a kid in the 90s, I'd be watching all my Bigfoot alien shows, and that would always pop in there, like giant squid. They wouldn't, like, do they exist? This and that.
And then it's like, now it's like, they do exist.
Yeah. I'd always see like pictures they'd have.
Well, it's
and,
like
crocodiles.
crocodiles.
Of, like, dead bodies they would find of them.
Or like crocodiles
like,
in the fucking sewers and stuff, giant crocodiles,
Yeah.
And then they started finding massive fucking crocodiles.
Yeah. It's just, you never know.
Well, in the ocean to me is particularly interesting because so much of it is unexplored.
I've seen that too. I watched something that was saying like they kind of had like a lot of good points that kind of.
It could be.
It didn't prove that the show staged that tape, the footage.
But it did.
But it really kind of opened my eyes to like maybe it actually was staged. There's
See.
a second documentary. Really? I'll have to look it up because it wasn't that long. It was like this last summer. I saw something on that catacombs thing, and I was just like, I'm not trying to say it is fake. I was just saying like, they were bringing up a lot of points that were leaning towards that it could have been fake.
Yeah, it's our main point is it's fun to think about this stuff in general.
Yeah.
Just to kind of question.
Well, it's like flying rods. Those two. Like I remember when I think it was the late '90s when I started seeing those on TV, flying rods.
Flying rods.
Yeah, and these people would have footage, and one of the like more famous places they kept catching them on tape was there's that big hole in South America somewhere, and there's people fucking skydiving too.
Yeah.
Much because it's so big.
Yeah.
And it's just like you see this white rod fly across, and sometimes they'd have like a set of like ton of wings and shit, going down it. And sometimes it would just be a plain white rod. People would catch footage of them in their backyard and barbecue and shit like that. It was really weird, and nobody could solve it. And finally, it was solved. It was cameras back in the day couldn't fucking handle like moths.
Oh,
Like,
so that's what.
The frames, couldn't handle it. It would make it look long, and like they would catch it. They caught the wings. It would look like a bunch of set of wings. And they were just elongated.
And so now people see it and they're like, oh, it's a moth.
And well, nowadays I don't think newer cameras don't even do that.
What do you think of?
But just weird stuff like that, you think about like they showed in other documents. They show 3 bolos
of 3 young kids. I'm not sure what that means.
So there's more footage? I know, I've seen footage of, like, people that have snuck in there. Like, there are people that know how to get, like, they know that, like, because it's illegal to go in there. Like, you're not supposed to just sneak in there and go wander around because there's so much that's, like, they don't know how, it's easy to get lost in there and just die. Sorry,
yeah.
And people have done that.
Yeah. I'm sure a bunch of people have done that.
So they don't want people just fucking going in there for fun, and there are people that do that, and they know, like, certain areas on how to get out and stuff. I watched where, like, they went in there and got lost, and they had to climb out through this tunnel that went way the fuck up there. Like, it looked like it went like 25, 50 feet up there.
And they got out, and they were just in some random fucking
and there
place.
was just like a manhole, and it was just like it brought them to the streets somewhere.
Weird.
Yeah, it was fucked.
That would be fascinating.
That might have been even the same investigation when they're looking for the found footage, maybe.
That would be fascinating to explore stuff like that.
For a place made of fucking human bones.
Yeah. Just what the fuck is going on down there?
And those kids was the original film crew of that tape. Wasn't it? I thought it was just the one guy. Maybe we're thinking of different tapes then, because the one I watched, there was one guy.
Just his feet.
The guy, he
runs away from the camera.
He's calm at first. He's investigating. He's filming skulls and skeletons and stuff, and
one comes alive and eats him.
Eventually, you just you can see he's like going faster and faster, and he eventually starts running, and then he drops the camera, and all you see is his feet running in the distance.
Into the dark.
Into the dark, yeah, like his source of life.
Yeah.
Like he dropped his source of fucking life.
Yeah. It'd be so fucking easy to be creeped out down there.
Well, that's another theory they bring up. They're like, well, does he think something's chasing him? Well,
like maybe.
Because the way he runs
isolation,
off.
Darkness.
Yeah, maybe his mind got to him.
Yeah.
And he started.
You can, they've done experiments where they just have people stare at a mirror for like 15 minutes or so, and they start to see shit in their reflection.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, they say you go crazy if you're like, all your senses are cut off and shit.
Yeah.
You lose your
sensory
shit.
deprivation is a fucking thing people do.
Yeah.
Because it does make you kind of trip balls. I would love to go into like a sensory deprivation like tank, something that was timed.
Yeah. That
I could get out of if I fucking wanted to.
Did you know cryo is real? Like cryo freezing, like that kind of shit. Like cryopods.
Weird.
Like Joe Rogan does that shit.
And they just freeze them for a little bit?
I don't know. I can't remember how cold. It's like thousands of degrees below. Fucking. And it's like, how do they survive that, though? And you watch them walk in there and shit. And it's like, there's got to be a scam or something. Like, There's like got this mist going in there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're getting cryo."
Cryo
But
initiated.
they say there's
It's
all
just
these
a
health
bed.
benefits from it. And
It's just a
shit.
normal
Like,
bed.
It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Cryo
Like, they say
initiated.
that, you know, and Joe Rogan swears it works and shit.
Huh.
Like, you go in there for like a couple minutes is what it is, you know, because otherwise they say shit can happen. But yeah, it's fucking weird. Cryo's a thing.
Cryo.
Cryo. Look it up.
AI.
It's weird.
AI is fucking tripping me out.
AI scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, dude. And I don't get why we think playing with it is a good idea. Because common sense.
It's like nobody's watched Terminator movies.
Well, it's like nobody thinks about basic logic. Like, humans as a species are overpopulated. That is true. We don't have the resources to fucking keep producing more and more humans and feed us all.
Yeah.
We're going to end up destroying the planet in probably a few hundred years. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Probably less.
AI is going to look at that and be like, I have a solution.
Yeah. Mother Earth is more precious.
Yeah.
Kill the virus.
Yeah. Like, if you entirely just took humans out of Earth, it would take a while, but it would revert back to fucking balance. You know?
Yeah, it would. It would heal. It'd be like a healing process. It would definitely go back though.
Just shut everything down.
Oh fuck. But have you heard like with the Amazon? Now they're using like lasers to like, because they say there's more. They're just finding like tons of cities, tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying they're like it was actually more populated than they think, and that like they're using these lasers to look at the ground, and they can actually see like the surface, just the dirt, and not all the fucking trees and shit. And they're finding just fucking tons of them. And now they're saying that like maybe like Europeans showed up, fucking gave them all these diseases, you know, because the Europeans showed up and came back with all these writings about like huge fucking advanced cities and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like populated. It was big, and they go back, and, you know, and it takes like, you know, like 100 years before people actually came back, and then it's all fucking overgrown and shit.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to think because certain things do, if you look through like mythologies and stuff, do stay consistent through like all of them. Like every mythology basically has a flood story.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they
I
all
definitely believe a flood happened.
had so many of
they
them.
all of them.
Yeah.
Did.
And
Every
giants.
fucking single one.
And giants.
Yeah.
And weird
Native
shit that
Americans
came
have
from the
stories.
sky.
Native Americans have stories of chasing red-haired giants into caves and killing them. They say that's why they say, you know, they say hi like that. They
Christians
say
have the
how, you
story
know,
about
they're showing up their fucking hand to show they had 5 fingers, not 6.
Goliath. You know.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah.
David
Usually,
and
and
Goliath.
even if you look back through, like, you can get a bit more specific. They usually have a lot. So many religions have a role that Jesus fits into.
Yeah.
To like I don't want to say the other names in case I fuck it up because I'm a little high. But yeah, God, I want to say. I'll look it up. Like born from a virgin, you know, born on Christmas, that type of thing. You know, like the winter solstice or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to look at how across an entire world we have stories that everybody's telling. And they look at the giants part of it and they're like, no, never happened. Couldn't have happened. And,
right.
And I'm like, some of the shit that got built back then, don't you think it makes a bit more sense if it was like, oh, they had a giant who could pick up this fucking rock and just fucking move it like a normal thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That would explain the pyramids. If there was
And
somebody
like
that could just pick
Pumapuja.
up those blocks, no problem.
Yeah, and all the giants' graves and Stonehenge, anything that has a megalithic block, like people just, I feel like that gets written off what it would take to move something like that. Even nowadays,
Yeah.
it's not like you can fucking pull it with your truck.
Yeah.
You know.
And to place them the way they were.
Yeah. The logistics that would go into just a simple fucking structure. You know, just
Right.
2 with 1.
Christmas is a pagan sacrifice ritual. Christmas came from Saturnalia. They were worshiping Saturn.
Which Saturn, Roman?
Yeah, because
Would be the god.
Saturnalia, and then they
God of War.
everybody was converting to Christianity, and they just kind of like tweaked it to fit. You
Yeah.
know, like, because everybody was like, we don't want to get up Saturnalia because it was a week of them like getting drunk and
Yeah, like this
it was
is
role reversal. You know, the slaves were now the masters, and you know then
and then it
masters
just
were the
went back
slaves,
after
and
the week.
guys would be fucking guys, and everybody getting drunk for a week, and it was really weird stuff.
Stuff used to be really weird. Like
Yeah.
all of Rome was weird.
Yeah, and then, yeah, it was called Saturnalia. So once Christ came about, they kind of just tweaked it. You know,
Kinda.
they're like, oh, everybody's changing. It was like, we have to do that. You know, this is what everybody's doing.
To
They were like,
keep everybody
they're like,
happy.
put Saturnalia.
They're like, okay, you can have.
Okay, but we'll call it Christmas. You know, put Christ in the name of it, so they don't
Also,
get rid of it.
now you'll have to cut the tips of your dick off.
Right? Yeah.
They're like, what?
Oh, they're doing a bunch of gay shit anyway, so they probably loved it. So. Joe Mama, what is up? Welcome to the stream. It's pagan Germans from that time that Lilith ruled.
Regardless, you might know more. You know, it's all fascinating to think about.
It's just weird how things come about.
One thing that's interesting to me about Christianity is, like, for so long, like, I don't think that all the people who are Christian understand. It was hundreds of years after, a lot of it, that it was written down, right? So it's like some oral story that probably got changed over time to begin with. And then it was only written in Latin for a long time, which only a certain amount of people knew, and they kind of were able to fucking fit it into whatever they want.
It's like the game of gossip, man.
And then they fucking, they had a big meeting where they cut entire chunks out of the Bible to make the story fit what they wanted it to be. And
it's like I said with the Saturnalia thing, they tweaked it to make it fit what they wanted. You know, like.
And I'm looking at this like, if this is the word of God, can you really cut a chapter? Like, nah.
Right.
No. Edit. No.
Like, no, I don't really like that one.
The fuck are you thinking? You know.
Can't put that. Digging that.
Yeah. And now, so when it finally got put into languages that the common folk could understand, because they, for a long time, couldn't read or fucking write anyway, it's like, how some watered down version that that basically led to, like, the Catholic Church and stuff being in a position of power that they are.
Right.
So that they can molest kids. It's all endgame for them, you know. They're like, we got what we wanted.
Books of Enoch are estimated 4,000 years older than the first Bible.
Well,
that's another thing. Is like, you know, there's like
a lot of.
It looks like, you know, they're saying nowadays more that, like, seems like we're a lot older as a species than we think.
Yeah. Sumeria always interested me, and I know it did you too.
Oh, I'm fascinated with the Sumerian shit.
Just because of the idea that it's like this really old story. It's like the first written language that we know.
First people that decided to start taking shit down, you know, for the next generations and shit. And the story is bizarre. It's fuck.
And it's like, oh yeah, these guys came from the fucking sky.
Yeah, giants.
Yeah.
There it is again, giants, you know. Like.
But no, giants are bullshit. But guess what's real? Fucking Slender Man, who is a giant.
The, like, pictures and shit and, like, weird stuff, you know, and, like, you see, like, tall people with little ones, you know, like holding them and stuff. And, you know, and there's like
we were
pictures
elevated.
of the Anunnaki, and they're like holding lions, and they're like the size of a dog to them.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, it's like, what the fuck?
And it's like we were elevated as a species to do something for them.
Yeah.
I almost wonder, my personal theory is, what if it's got to be for gold, right? Gold is rare. Earth has gold, and gold is super.
That's what they say. Like,
useful.
Supposedly, that's what they say. It says in the clay tablets is that they came here they needed gold because they fucked up their atmosphere, like we're doing to ours.
Yeah, and gold can be used so much. That's why they wear gold on the fucking space masks in space.
Right. And that's another thing is, like, they say they made us as a slave race.
Yeah.
Shit like that. It's fucking weird.
And if you look, we all do tend to rally together to get behind somebody.
And that's where I think about the war in heaven thing. You know, in the Bible, there's always, and it's in every fucking religion. There's always this war. War, like, from, like, the deities and shit, you know, that happen. And with the Sumerians, they talk about how what was it, Enki that created us. Enki created us, blah blah. He's like, oh, I fucking have human, here it is. We got that thing to do all our work for us. Fucking A, let's do it.
Yeah.
And supposedly there's another tribe of fucking Anunnaki they weren't sharing those with, and they were like, what the fuck, dude?
You have humans?
Yeah, you got these fucking shits, like,
and you're not like
doing your work, and you're not.
We have to
do
do our shit ourselves.
That's where the feud comes in.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets interpreted all crazy in the Bible and whatnot. But
yeah.
Fucking who knows, dude? It's weird. It's weird, man.
Yeah, I know. I love reading about shit like that.
Yeah, I get nuts into that shit.
I told you I got like crazy into like Greek mythology.
Look up on YouTube, Germ. 80 million years old stasis chamber found. What?
Huh.
Stasis chamber.
That would be fascinating if that's true.
What's in it?
Fucking.
Turd.
Well, what about? Okay.
Here's a joke for those humans later on.
He opens it. It's a cake, and it says, "Haha, eat this." No.
I really regret not getting you a cake that said that on your birthday.
Right?
Shit was so crazy back then, and I never had time for anything.
Oh, fucking Nibiru.
With the girl inside in blue. Something.
Blue goo, I assume.
Blue goo. What the fuck?
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, screenshot it into the chat somehow.
Well, that's the thing. Everything we talk about, you kind of have to
take with a grain of salt.
Yeah. To take with a huge grain of salt.
But yeah, Nibiru, that fascinates me too. Actually, everything in space fascinates me.
Well, that's the whole and they say they say that's where the Anunnaki are. That's
and it's
planet
just
that say comes around every
on a way different rotation than ours, and it's really interesting to think about because it's like theoretically, eventually, we're back next to each other.
They're thinking that might have caused the flood, the planet getting so close to Earth and fucking with it, pushing everything getting all crazy. Or that asteroid belt could have been created by it. Like science, they're trying to say there could be like an extra planet out there that could have collided with it. Like they think it collided with like all the planets in this fucking goddamn fucker.
Well,
that's why Uranus is tilted. Is it Uranus that's like completely like on its fucking side? I think.
How would you tell a circle's on its side?
Its poles. They can tell by its poles.
I don't know.
And it's like so it's completely.
But that's fascinating.
And they think it was hit
because it's going against like fucking gravity.
And I can't remember which. Maybe it's Pluto or something. A bunch of them are tilted, and they think they were all hit by something that keeps coming in the fucking system and then leaving.
I just want to meet aliens and not have to go through a flood. Come on.
We're too fucking retarded primitive, dude.
I know.
It's like us it's like a gnat wanting to meet us.
And
that's probably what it's like, A gnat comes in and we're just like
there might be
we're more worried about way more important shit.
There might be the
worry about a gnat
occasional
buzzing by
one
trying to
who's
talk
like,
to
oh
you.
look, a gnat,
Oh, a gnat, flap.
Yeah. Apache legends talk about giants coming out of the mountains through a stargate. Again, giants.
Yeah. Like, I've always heard the stories about the Native Americans like chasing giants off, killing them, chasing them into caves, burning the entrance and shit.
To protect their corn.
We call it maize.
I guess I'm Irish. I don't really know a lot about Irish folklore.
You are pretty ashy.
You're ashy.
You ashy, bro.
Okay, we have to. I'm trying to think of another fucking fascinating conspiracy theory. I mean, you have the obvious
Earth
one.
is flat, bro.
That's so fucking dumb. That's so fucking dumb.
Penny for your thoughts, Germ. I'm kind of blanking now. We're trying to find another subject to move on.
There's always some talks of like entrances to the center of the Earth. That's more fascinating.
Yeah,
That's a theory.
Hollow Earth.
Yeah, theory.
Things that stuff's always kind of tripped me out.
Because what if that were true and there's some fucking species and did you read the story about the fucking pilot who said he flew down there, ended up flying down there and I think it was like Antarctica or fucking
yeah that's where there's one of the biggest theories is there's an entrance to Hollow Earth
and
right there.
He said he got in there and he met this fucking like alien species basically and they told him that they
Well,
knew that they had used nuclear weapons
yeah.
and like not to do it again.
Uh, it was what's his face? He was in the military. 'Cause
Yeah, I
they
can't
sent him
remember
up
his
there,
name.
and like he comes back and he's like, yeah, basically they were trying to tell us not to fuck around. You know, like we're
Yeah,
doing stuff
like
where
we
they don't
stepped
want us to.
above our
And the
fucking
government was
station.
like, you know, fucking bah
We're
humbug,
gonna build a
whatever.
bunch. That's interesting to think about too. Like if there is a species that created us and we're serving some sort of goal for them, that like getting resources, they're not gonna want us to fucking obliterate the planet. They have
Yeah,
a little bit
that's
of a
true.
would that'd be an interesting. I guess if nuclear war breaks out, I'm gonna be like, all right, aliens, we're gonna die unless you fucking intervene.
Well, like they see a lot of like, isn't there a lot of sightings that have happened around nuclear blasts and shit?
Yeah, yeah, and you know that if they're scoping out just around the planet, they're definitely scoping out the fucking military installations.
Yeah.
The one thing that people need to understand is that if a species got here, they they have a speed. They're so fucking far beyond us that we couldn't touch
Yeah,
them.
if we can't even fucking track
We
them
can
in
barely
the
get to the
sky.
fucking moon. We're like, yay, we got to the moon. They're
Yeah.
like, we traveled through fucking light years of space to get here. If the speed they would have to go, their armor and stuff on their ships would have to be able to withstand a debris going at a fucking, you know. So I don't think we'd
Yeah.
even be able to touch them. If
Well,
you're
like, who knows if they could be invisible too? You
Yeah,
know, like if
yeah.
they can master that technology.
And if
like,
we saw a life form in person, what are the chances that we wouldn't even recognize it as a life form?
well, I was
Because
watching,
our own perspective is like, oh, we're humans. Look, we have
I
fingers.
was watching the thing on the fourth dimension. You know, we're in
Yeah.
the third dimension. We experienced a three-dimensional world, and they were talking about fourth dimension and how it would work and shit. And they were showing like in like they had kind of an animation, and it was showing like four-dimensional shapes, I guess,
Mhm.
and how like it would start to disappear at different angles and shit.
Oh.
You know, it
And
was
so-
like they were saying it's not disappearing. It's just like it appears to be when you're looking at the way you're seeing it and like you experience it in 3D, but it looks like it's disappearing because there's this fourth dimension you can't see because they all start to like overlap basically at some point.
Yeah.
So that made
It's
me
like
think,
if you were
it's like these
seeing
things
through
that people
something,
see
the
ghosts
lines.
and
Yeah.
aliens and stuff that disappear. Maybe that's what's going on.
Well,
Like,
and
there's this that's that fucking overlap in the dimensions going on there. There's like a fold or something.
and there's so much, even with aliens, that like there's so much stories about it. There's so much videos, and it's like you can write off as many as you want, but it's almost like there has to be something going on. Either our government's flying shit they don't want us to know about, or there are fucking aliens.
Well, that could be another reason there's no contact kind of thing. I've heard this kind of theory that like they were just talking about it on Joe Rogan, one of these last podcasts, like that the Germans were scaring their people with aliens and alien invasions and
Well,
shit.
and fucking Germany during
To try to
World War
promote this
II.
one world order kind of thing.
Germany in World War II went through an incredible technological boost. That's part of what like made
Yeah.
like to this day Foo Fighters, we don't know what they were. Like the
They
band.
were fucking kicking the shit out of us compared to like when it came to like
Yeah, like what they were capable, because
rockets and shit.
they went from after World War One, they had the Treaty of Versailles where everybody got together and was like, "Hey Germany, this is all your fault. You're gonna pay for everything." And so Germany's fucking economy collapsed. Like people were burning buckets of money just to stay alive, like just for heat.
Right.
And then Hitler came in, and part of what made Hitler so popular was he was offering a common enemy. That's called demagoguing.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they were saying. That's what the whole UFO, like
Yeah.
pushing the UFO, and like because they were saying like UFO sightings are just like huge right now.
Yeah. And so Hitler created demagoguing and saying, hey, everything we're going through is the Jewish people's fault. And it made all these people who were starving and desperate and stuff rally behind him.
Yeah.
And then with the technological boost that went on, it's spirit coking.
he was saying there's a guy what was he saying? NASA scientist that was interviewed
Do we have
saying
one more?
that Stargates actually exist, that the show Stargate is real.
Oh,
Like, I mean, not the
yeah, it's
obviously.
not like real footage.
No, yeah, but the show like that is actually real. I do believe in Stargates because ancient societies have talked about Stargates to other worlds. You know, like
That'd be so fucking cool to go to a different world. Unless I
hate it
immediately
here,
died.
dude.
Yeah, right. That's it.
So I always think of like, you know, like whenever I see stuff like on videos and TV and like people like, you know, we are all born into this, like we were raised like death is a bad thing kind of thing. And it's like actually I think that's how you wake up out of this nightmare is death. That's the whole process of getting out of this bitch.
Hitler was a full cousin of the Queen of England. There's a lot of the royalty and a lot of important people in Europe always seem to be fucking related somehow.
Inbreds.
Yeah.
If you think we're all aliens,
And he died in 1969.
when scientists
so.
mess with DNA, when you do like DNA splicing and shit like that, it always leaves a scar on it. You know,
Mhm.
like our double helix and shit. And when scientists like figured that out, when they started messing with DNA and they looked at human DNA, they found out we have that scar already.
Yeah.
So somebody's
Fucking put
already
something in.
manipulated us somewhere.
Well, there's a fundamental difference between us and everything else on the planet. It's how we think. And how did that come about? How has no other species started to develop this sort of cognitive self-awareness that we have? And, you know, like through evolution, unless something stepped in and fucking added the missing piece, like, here you
Right.
go. Figure it out.
Right.
Because your cat, you know, any animal isn't aware of like the thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Like they don't have a complex thought process like we.
Yeah,
like,
they can't
like,
question. They can't do what we're doing right now
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't have a conversation about God or aliens.
because they have no concept of God or time or.
Yeah.
It's all just their base needs.
They're very primitive consciousness.
All royal and famous people do spirit cooking? What is it?
JC Hustlers, what's up? Welcome to the
I'm
stream.
not sure what spirit cooking is.
Spirit cooking. What the? Fuck, I heard that term somewhere. Spirit cooking.
Spirat.
The fuck is that?
And I've read a lot about the Hitler, living past that theory. It is weird that Hitler, that's a weird way for Hitler's story to end.
When you're talking about like as compared to life here on all their life here, like the one thing we have in common, like every single fucking thing that's alive makes it is DMT. And like your fucking your pineal gland makes it. And you always hear the conspiracies about like government putting fluoride in the water, fucking
What is
calcify.
What does DMT control?
It's like that. It's just that thing that gets released like when you die and shit. It's like a really strong fucking hallucinogen. Really, really damn strong. I don't know what it is. They don't know what it fucking does. They don't know why everything has it. But it makes you wonder if we're supposed to be producing more. Like what would life be like? Like what's reality? Like does it actually like oppress our reality the way we're experiencing it? If we're not producing all this DMT like we're naturally
if it's like limited
supposed to have in our body. Like what does that mean?
Yeah, I'm with Tyrone. I'm not sure what spirit cooking is.
Yeah, I've heard the term somewhere before, but I don't. I watch so many conspiracy videos. That's one.
Yeah.
That's a very new one that I've heard.
You can always hit on the big conspiracy theories like JFK and how he was probably not shot from the fucking depository.
I swear the limo was only a 4-seater.
Why'd they have to,
Fucking Mandela effect, dude.
Why?
I don't
What
understand.
the fuck was were his guards doing? They didn't scope out the fucking elevated places he would be driving along.
Well, I heard one of the theories that like it was one of the agents that accidentally
Secret
shot
Service?
him. Like he reacted and because I guess they all partied like real late and shit the night before.
Have you ever seen? You've seen Watchmen, right?
Yeah.
I kind of love in the very beginning when they're doing the fucking intro and it shows that it's the comedian who shoots him.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I choose to believe. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the comedian shot JFK before he was, alive. Maybe. I don't know how old he is. Time travel. Time travel, though.
Why is DMT a forbidden drug while they used it for 200 years? When did they? Was it in the 70s? They
Like outlawed it or whatever.
I can't remember when it was.
It's all, relative. I mean, look, marijuana is fucking
Well, they say
legal
they
now.
fucking, like the CIA and like people in the government are using it, like they're shooting it up and talking to fucking clockwork elves and shit. I think it was Alex Jones that said clockwork elves, but they say they're talking to like, they think they're talking to God and shit. Yeah.
And then we haven't even like touched on a political conspiracy theory, like within the government and stuff. That could take up a whole 2 hours. Maybe we'll save that one. We'll just stay on the out fringes for right now. Fucking, you ever feel like, I'm fucking high, so I'm blanking the name. Area 41?
Area 51?
Yeah.
I'm calling it Area 41.
I'm fucking high. I was like, it's a number. You ever feel like that's just a big red herring? And they're like, yeah, tell a bunch of stories about this so none of our other bases get so heavily scrutinized.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
With Area 51. I think... What?
I said 41.
Because it was, I think, 87, maybe 89, somewhere there in the late 80s, that Bob Lazar was the one that blew the lid on it, and exposed it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But something's really fishy about Bob Lazar, I feel like. And my theory is maybe another country found out about it, and that was their thing, was like, you're fucking, let's make it look like one of us, one of our own, exposed it.
Before they can.
Public eye, to where nobody gives a shit about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll move somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it won't be as important anymore.
Yeah, but we'll keep up the appearance that it's super secure here, like crazy amount of security.
Yeah. Did you know the security that guards it isn't even military? They're hired fucking security.
It would make sense.
They're
like
contracted security.
Yeah, private sector. In the 30s, cocaine was used as medicine in every pharmacy across the world.
Fuck.
It was also in Coca-Cola.
You know the guy invented it for. He wanted something to cope with morphine withdrawals.
Huh.
So that's
nice choice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to fucking go into Area 51 if I could. Like, if they were like, Grant, do you want to come in and explore to your leisure? I'd be like, yeah.
It was one of the YouTubers stepped outside that, his little arm, the security gate arm, stepped on the other side. I think there's a back way too. And they just stepped on the other side. And they're like, look, they don't do anything. Recorded themselves doing that, and then they spent like 6 months in like a federal detention and shit. And they don't do YouTube anymore, and they don't talk about it.
Yeah. They fucking shoot them.
It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, but that's almost what makes me think it's a red herring. It's a big show of force without putting anything there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could have basic shit there. Don't leave it empty. Just don't put your important shit there. Like, use your resources. Be like, okay, accountants. This is where all the accountants work.
Right. It's like, all there's a bunch of Call of Duty servers. Holy shit, man. This thing's getting hotboxed.
Canoed. They used human fetus as well for Coca-Cola.
I've heard that. I don't know if that's true.
I'm just thinking of it
like what is the purpose of that?
I'm just thinking about it logistically, okay? Like I work in we've worked in a place to actually like bottle stuff.
Yeah.
The logistics of getting babies.
Right.
You're never gonna be able to get a baby for every batch of Coca-Cola.
Like, and that's a lot too.
Yeah.
Cocaine, is there that many abortions going on?
Cocaine's like an ingredient. You could sprinkle it in.
Like, I'm not sure I believe the fucking baby fetus one.
That's just me looking at it from the logistics of how How would you even get that to mix in and not be chunky?
Right. Liquefied baby fetus.
Yeah. How'd you liquefy it? Did they even have blenders back then?
Dude, there's a conspiracy that the Jews are putting fucking all our missing children in our fast food meat. That's a real thing. It's completely insane.
Yeah. There are a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. There's like a point where I'm like, no. Like flat Earth. I'm like, no. You know?
Right, yeah. It's like there's so much like evidence pointing to us living like we're past like
we had gotten past that.
We know for sure it's a ball. Like we don't fucking need to go back and like think it's. We have no reason to think it's flat. Like what
nobody's gonna
fucking
say
GPSs and shit, dude.
Yeah, we have satellites orbiting our fucking Earth. They would notice if it was like, oh shit, it's flat. Report that back. Oh shit, there's a whole other world on the other side. That'd be cool.
Stupid.
Yeah, you can't sail off the end of the Earth. You can't, you know. You know, it'd be crazy.
No, that's not fucking true at all. Because ours are fucking there every fucking year, every fucking day. I'd stand at the fucking corner of Taco Bell, fucking with their goddamn bullshit signs.
But in the big cities, though, it's nuts the amount of homeless people. No,
I'm just pissed at ours fucking.
Yeah. We've got like.
We never had that bad of a homeless problem. Like, our homeless kept to themselves. You didn't see them much. Now they're out there begging for money.
They're at the bottle return.
I don't like that I grocery shop and then when I leave, I have to fucking look away from this one on the corner every time.
Yeah. You get Taco Bell. You have to look at them the whole fucking time.
Well, if I'm getting Taco Bell, I'm leaving Walmart because that's the same way I exit. And
yeah. It's almost worth it to like go the other way and just fucking.
Well, for me, it helps having my loud music and shit, tinted windows.
Yeah.
For the most part, I don't have to fucking, they're like not worried about trying to get me to give them money.
It's just like fucking. It's not like we're fucking rolling in money, you know. Kids disappearing for years. Yeah, but some of that is also gonna be like your fucking creepy pedophile and shit, you know.
Kids run away. Kids get murdered.
Yeah, it's tragic, but
it's like a girl that disappeared, and parents thought she ran away, and it turned out she was murdered. Because they caught the guy or some shit.
I watched a documentary on like Ted Bundy that was fascinating.
Yeah, I remember
on
that
HBO.
It was like this last summer or something. Everybody watched that.
Yeah, it was fucking good.
I don't have Netflix.
It was HBO. Come on.
Or HBO. That's right.
I have HBO, Jeremy. I'm fancy.
You have more class than that.
I'm classy.
Brother just died of cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I was playing DayZ the other night, and we were in this huge crew of people. We're a big group ourselves, so we run with them, and it was like a good handful, like maybe 15 people. How big our group got because of that. And one of them, he was AFK for a while, and he comes out and he's like, dude, I gotta go, like, one of my relatives just died in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and everybody's like, we literally took a moment of silence for him.
Because it's just, I'm sorry, man. Well, I know you lost a friend recently.
Yeah.
I've been pretty lucky, yeah.
It's weird.
I'd say the last
people
thing.
dying around you, and like my health's not the greatest. I'm like, dude, I could be next.
My dad did have, he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And then my grandma's fucking got it. She's old. She's still active though, so I think it helps keep her spry. Yeah. She plays a lot of music.
That's the key, man.
Yeah, and Aaron's dad goes and like works out every day.
Sit around on a couch watching TV all day. That's gonna ruin your health.
Yeah, go fucking kick a can.
So I think I won't ever go like senile in it or anything, because I have synthesizers keep my brain fucking going. modulated.
Yeah. I guess what I get into football. That's kind of like what I keep my mind
God,
busy.
you never shut up about football.
Sometimes. I really don't. I talk about it all the time. He knows probably more about football than
No,
he
I just like
even
how you always
wants to.
bring it up. You know how I like football.
Yeah. Because I know he doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah.
I just like how you have to specify because like you're gonna bring it up, but like nobody here's gonna know that like, you know,
I have to make it clear. There's a divide.
It's like you're letting them know, like, just so you know, Germ's not gonna have any opinion on this.
Yeah. He's just gonna sit
Cancer, I have diabetes type 3. Oh shit, sorry to hear that, man. What kind of cancer did he have? RNG, now you're talking bullshit. There's no type 3. Is there? I don't know shit about diabetes, do you?
Yeah, I don't really know.
There's no type 3 diabetes. We're just like, dude.
Yeah, we'll stay out of this.
Just take a moment of silence. Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, one of the first thoughts that popped in my head was like, why would you drop that in a stream?
Yeah.
Mrs. Homebody, what is up? Welcome to the stream. What's left of it? Like 9 minutes?
Yeah.
Only type 1 and type 2 exist. I mean type 2.
Oh, man.
I mean type 2.
What are you going to do after this? Are you going to hop on DayZ?
I don't know. Because I want to pop on when everybody does, so I'd have to get a hold of everyone.
Yeah, round up the
But
game.
I want to get a hold of my aunt and see what's going on with the cat situation.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like
Well,
that.
you have to send me a picture of your cat if you get one.
Yeah, I don't know which ones are left. She's in the comment. She said, come pick one out. So I imagine there's
Pick of the litter.
a few left. Well,
What if
it
they
looks
all?
like somebody's.
What if they're all
got a few,
weird
but,
squish-faced cats?
like, what are those cats that look weird like that?
Like they ran into something really fucking hard.
Yeah. No, they're all like. There was like.
They're bald.
Gray tabbies, one orange one.
Oh.
There's a calico I think somebody took though.
I had an orange cat for a long time, like an orange kind of short hair.
I've never had an orange cat. Maybe that was an idea. I was like, never had an orange one. It'd be a different kind of cat.
Yeah, and I would say mine was a good
I don't
cat.
know. I'd have to know when I see him.
But he was a little fucking
I'll figure it out.
asshole. I loved him, but he was a fucking shithead.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Just a sunny ass Saturday. Doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Did you check out Days Gone? No, I didn't. DayZ's out though, so I probably won't. 'Cause I have so many other games. Like
He's backed up.
I'm playing DayZ a lot. This guy lent me a game I need to start streaming. Fucking, my buddy's getting mad that I'm neglecting Ark. Like, I'm fucking up, guys. I'm slipping.
He's slipping.
2 and 3 are next to each other. I clicked the wrong one. Have you seen that native game? This land is my land, Germ. What?
No, I haven't, but I wonder if it's kind of like a forest or fucking
This
sea.
land is my land. What kind of game is it?
Is it like? I bet it's an exploration build game. I almost fucking guarantee. And it's like you build your fucking tribe. I can go further, dude. I can go all the way back.
Good.
You're like, so can I fucking break all your shit?
Dude, this chair's never tipped back before, and I was drunk like fucking a few weeks back, and I fell back into this thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I actually fell to the floor, and I was like, God damn.
God damn. I've got a chair that I need to put in place, because it's a nice fucking computer chair, and I just use it to hold fucking laundry right now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Because there's nothing to even wheel it up to.
You're slipping.
As I am. Oh
Just
god.
bring it here.
Yeah, just bring it here. No, you need that squeaky one. It's how your fans know it's you.
Sometimes I'll be like when I'm in ARC or something in a party chat, I'll do that slowly.
Do it when you're talking to your enemy. be like, let me think about that. And then come back.
Wait.
No. It's only on PC right now, but it's coming. Yeah, see. It's kind of a RD, I don't know what that means, but survival game from a Native American's perspective. It's on PC right now, but it's coming to PS4. So you have to play that game.
Well, now that you said it.
Well, I would say I will play it with you, but I will cause offense, I'm pretty sure. They will not understand that I'm joking. Red Death Redemption-ish. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those games look like they'd be fun to play, but my issue is I don't have the time to play anything.
My issue is like I have too many games I want to play right now.
Yeah. He's literally got...
And then DayZ came out, you know, and it's like... and like, dude, you know how many people I've talked to? They're like, I've been waiting years for this game to come out. It's like, I'm like, yeah, me too, bro.
Seriously, he talked about it a lot, but for years.
It's like my favorite game, dude. It's so fucking good.
Fucking, Scott McDougal was trying to describe it to me. He's like, sometimes he's just sitting there in a house doing nothing. And I'm like, I used 7 Days to Die. I played a bunch of that, you know? And it's kind of the same concept, where it's like when it's nighttime, you've got to like kind of hunker down because there's fucking shit around.
Yeah, anytime we've ever gone out at night, like even if we had if we had a light source, because it's so fucking dark.
Yeah.
If you have a flare or something, like we're like, okay, we have a light source. One time it was me and 2 other guys, so 3 of us were fully geared. We had military gear, assault rifles. We got in there and fucking my light went out on my pistol, and so I was following a guy that had a headlamp, and fucking
was looking around.
And and it's dark, and zombies overwhelmed us, and we died.
Yeah, that's what's fun about a game like that is you have to be strategic.
Yeah, when you're like more like, well, and like every gunfight I get into, like my adrenaline starts pumping because there's more on the line. You know, like you die, there's a lot more to get back. You know, to your friends, get your gear, get geared up again. You know.
Yeah.
So my adrenaline starts pumping. I'm like, oh fuck.
I don't want to die. Yeah.
But like there was like when I first started playing, one time I found a pistol that I found the ammo to, but didn't have a clip for it. So if I got in a gunfight, all I had was just the one chambered. So I'd shoot and then chamber another one. Shoot.
So you had to be accurate.
Yeah. So I had to make sure my shots fucking count.
You're like, got this.
You can shoot yourself.
Spawn somewhere else. That's how it works. When you die, you just random spawn.
Yeah, you random spawn.
And you have to make it back. So if it was like a really bad location,
they have an app for the map that you download on your phone. So you can get like your friends in a group and shit, because it's so hard to fucking get around in that game.
Yeah.
Fucking burp, man. Hurt. But yeah, it's at the point where like we're getting to like where we recognize Russian names, like because our map on the phone says the town's name in Russian, and then it gives us the English name underneath it. So now we know, like in the game, we'll run up to a sign and see it without looking at our phone. We'll be like, oh yeah, that's Kamyshovo.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's based on a real place, like the map.
Well,
so it's like a real place.
Game of Thrones game is based on a real fictional place. No. A real fictional place.
But that's why the map's so fucking huge and shit and realistic.
It is like you're on a server that just fills up with a bunch of people, right?
Yeah, I have one server in particular I play most of the time.
A lot of these games that are coming out are all building off of that kind of idea of where it gives you you could work with these other groups if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the thing. Like, on PC, it's a lot of shoot on site and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like what a lot of I'm hearing and I'm experiencing myself is a lot of PS4 players. A lot of them are friendly.
Yeah.
Because like last night, I was like, dude, I'm bored. I want to actually shoot somebody. We gotta find bad guys. We gotta find friendly people.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want to find the bad
Go
guys.
start
to
some
shoot
beef
them.
with somebody.
Yeah.
You're like roll up to a guy and be like, hey, I hate your stupid face.
Right. Well, there was this one person.
And
I had a shotgun, and I was looking for something,
murdered him.
and I opened this shack. Well, let me tell you why I murdered them. I opened this little shack, and they were building a fire or something. And so immediately, every time I see something, I'm like, all right, hey, what's up? I'm friendly. Are you friendly? And then as soon as I started, before I could say the full word friendly, they started hitting me with their fucking axe. And so I ran to get some distance so I could pull my shotgun out, pull it out, and then I fucking blew him up. And then I stood over his body, turned my mic on, and said, probably should have been friendly, huh?
Yeah. He responded, no, and his body got up.
You can't.
Does he become a zombie?
You can try
if
to
you
talk when
don't
he's
like
dead.
get him in the head or something. Damn.
But I can't. If he was talking, I can't hear him.
Double tap would be a cool idea, right?
There was one British bitch. Like there's like crew of like 5 of us, I think. We were up to the car, because there's cars you can fix in the game and shit. We go and look up at, look at its inventory to see what it needed to start it up. And this fucking British bitch comes running out of the house. Get away from my car! And I was like, I don't see your name on it,
Well, the more members you have, the more powerful you are.
Yeah, and she saw that and she was just kind of, alright, go with the flow, and joined us. She was being a bitch though. And we go and look for the parts and stuff, and we come back with, I think, whatever it needed, and the battery's missing. Like, what the fuck? What happened to the battery? It was just in there. And we're all confused, and we're all kind of like bickering about it for a second, and I'm like watching her, because I kind of had I was suspicious as fuck. And I watch her, she raises her shotgun, and tries fucking shoots a round off, tries to take my buddy's head off. So I took her fucking down.
Yeah.
And we look in her inventory after I killed her, she had the battery.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
She didn't want you to take the car.
Her car. It's fun. Like, encounters like that, I love DayZ just because, there's a lot of people ask, what's the goal? It's like, there's no goal. You just have your own adventure.
Yeah.
Like, you create your own story in DayZ. Which we've done, like, because it just spawns you with a random character.
Yeah.
Or female, whatever, old guy, Asian guy, whatever, and just like,
So
there's times I've made a story to it.
Yeah. Like, I'm Old Man Jenkins.
Yeah.
I tend to run into...
I was a delivery man before the apocalypse hit. They killed my wife and daughter.
Now I deliver death.
Yeah, now I deliver death.
Alright. Well, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah,
That was
fucking
a
2 hours.
Smoke.
You guys discussed orgasmic birth yet? Oh, God, dude.
No.
Yeah, Rambo's got another one now. We might need to get you on the podcast as a guest. We need to do the drinking game.
I know.
God damn it. Alright, boys, it's settled. Now that Rambo's in the chat, Rambo, 2 weeks from now, Saturday, we're going to do a drinking game, all 3 of us here on the podcast, alright? I'll text you. I see you texted me. I'll look at it here in a second. We got to end the stream. We're 2 minutes over. 3 now. Fuck you guys. I'm just kidding. I love you. We'll see you next time. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what you think in the comments.